Yo, welcome back to the channel. This is your guy Keenan Lambert, and in this video I want to talk about something that's been bothering me. Okay, right now I'm in Havana, but I want to talk about the situation unfolding in Colombia, in Medellin to be exact. Run the intro.
Hay que aprender a vivirla, hay que aprender a entenderla. Un día es dulce, otro es amarga. Vívela con ganas. Ay, la vida, métele banana y no se acaba. Que la vida no se para. Unos que ríen y otros llorarán, unos que mueren y otros nacerán. Y al final, la vida sigue igual.
So oftentimes, people who tell you don't go to Cuba often talk about the infrastructural issues, talk about the government, but they don't talk about the actual experience that you have here on the ground as a tourist in Cuba. Now, the downsides that exist with it are, at times, maybe people related to transportation trying to overcharge you, maybe a little guy trying to hustle you on the streets, those small little scams, right? But outside of that, Cuba is an amazing experience. As a guy that likes to party, as a guy that likes to be outside, enjoying spaces, it is a place that you have to try at least once. Now, as for Colombia, I've been to Colombia maybe 4 or 5 times, with those cities including Cartagena, Medellin, Bogota, and San Andres. Now, you cannot compare Cuba and Colombia, okay? They're different places. Cuba is an island. Colombia has coast, right? It has a large, beautiful interior, and then it also has islands, okay? So Colombia is a lot more diverse space in that sense. Now, as you guys already know, men have been flocking to Cartagena. They've been flocking to Medellin to enjoy themselves in a certain way. Now, what's been happening in Medellin, to be exact, is a crackdown on that type of behavior, but not the actual illicit behavior that's happening in these cities, right? It's more so terrorizing tourists on their way in.
In majority of these cases, men of color are being prejudged and checked to see what's in their baggage. Something as innocent as having too many prophylactics can get you sent home. WhatsApp messages, your Hinge profile, Tinder, all those getting checked. It's a mess.
So just to say it very plainly, looking at it from my end, Medellin, Colombia doesn't want your money anymore. Okay, so it's time to get with the times and adapt. Leave Colombia alone and come to Cuba. Okay, the other cities right now, they're dealing with a lot of issues, but Havana is where it's at. Okay, you come here, you stay in Centro, you stay where I stay, or somewhere close. Okay, you can have an elite experience. Okay, here in Cuba, you can enjoy yourself to the max. Okay, Cubans understand that tourists are here, they might want to enjoy themselves. Okay, Fidel himself understood that. He liked to enjoy himself. Right, so there are tons of people that are coming here for various reasons. It's not all, it's not all uniform. It's not for the same reason. For me, I really enjoy the culture, right? I really enjoy the culture. I enjoy being in the streets. I enjoy being in this Caribbean environment. My body feels normal here. Now, where that can get somewhat confusing, right? Potentially, depending on how you think about it, immoral, is because you have to understand that a lot of these young ladies who are here out in the streets because they don't have money. Okay, they don't have money, they have responsibilities. Okay, in many cases they have children, right? So they're essentially going to the street, they're coming to you for financial support. Okay, that's why for me, I have a lot of pause when meeting women. When women come to me in Cuba, no, because I know that there's a motive behind it, okay? Last night a young lady came to me, beautiful, right? Right? I was standoffish because it's like, hey, listen, I know what this is about. Right? She's like, yo, I'm gonna keep it funky. I got a daughter, I gotta support her. What's up? I'm like, now the one downside to this place, the major downside, is some infrastructure issues. Okay, right now the political situation, right now the gas situation is very tough. Okay, Cubans are adapting. Right, you're seeing more electrical vehicles on the street. Okay, but the electrical grid is also somewhat compromised here. Right, so the price of transportation has gone up. Okay, is it anywhere close to what you pay in the United States? No, but for Cubans, it's something that is a little bit restrictive. Okay, moving around. Now, moving around in the daytime is cheaper than moving around at night. Right, so when you're going to those nightlife venues, okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, go where the population is at. So right now, I recommend, if you're gonna go outside, you're gonna enjoy yourself, okay, you stay in Centro. Okay, as I've said before in other videos, the most reliable power grid is in Centro Havana. Okay, Centro Havana is ugly. Okay, it has some situations where you see buildings in a really rough shape, right? But then there are also spaces like how I'm in this one, right, where maybe the hallway looks a little rough, but the apartments themselves are rather beautiful. One of my criticisms is the food here in Cuba, but if you go to the right places, right, Rica Don, a budget pick, Donde Adrian, okay, you go to Paladar Lori, you can end up getting really good meals. Okay, and if you're on a budget, Paladar Lori or Donde Adrian. Okay, Donde Adrian is where locals eat. And I'm telling you, the food hits. Now, just to be very clear, American citizens can travel to Cuba. Okay, all you need is a visa, right? I'm gonna put the link right here. You need a visa, which costs 26 bucks. You get it through Novela Cuba. Okay, then you need to put those numbers from your visa into something called a veer Heroes form. You do that before the flight. Okay, you put that directly in and then it produces a document for you. Okay, once you're done with the veer Heroes form. With that document, you're all set to jet. Okay, you make sure you have your apartment set up. Okay, you can go on Airbnb and find what you want, or you can source it locally through my guy. Right, he also has some Airbnb links, but he has other apartments off of Airbnb. Right, and it also helps the locals if you go directly through them. It cuts out the middleman, cuts out Airbnb, cuts out the whole routing through foreign accounts and taxing and so forth, right? But anyway, come, you get a Airbnb or an apartment, and you're all set to jet. Okay, you bring your USD or whatever currency. Okay, you can bring euros, USD, pounds. Okay, those are the best currencies to bring. And then you trade it locally, right? You trade into local currency. You get the best rates on the street. Okay, the government has better rates now than they did in the past, right? But you're getting maybe 25-30% more when you trade it on the streets right now. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you book your flight to Cuba. And if you need help, hit me up, I'm always here. Peace out.
Para averiguar quién es, hicimos esta reunión, así comprender esa situación. No tiene melón.